All right. So we are going to do this MRP problem. In this one, product A is made up of 1B, 1D, 2C. So let's make a diagram. A is made up of 1B, 1D, all right. I'll go in the order, and 2C. Each C in turn is made up of 2Ds. Okay. According to master production schedule, you need to make 1,700 of A in week end item. Remember, MPS is always the end item. 1,700 units of A in week 5 and 800 units in week 6 and 1,400 in week 7. Given the following information, develop order release for various components, and you're given part of the inventory status report at this point. It simply says A has a lead time of 1 week. At this point, you have 1,000 items sitting with you in your hand. Out of that, 200 is safety stock and nothing else is allocated. So really, you have 800 quantities that are available to commit, available to fulfill your need. Okay. B, you have 300 items sitting with you, out of which 200 is safety stock. Nothing has been allocated for any other demand or customer or anything. So you really have 100 quantity that you can commit, because safety stock is something you want to maintain. And in special situation, when you need to use safety stock, you will have to replenish your safety stock to bring it back to that same level. Okay. C, 700, 200 is safety stock, 500 is your quantity available. D, you have nothing available. 200 on hand, 200 is your safety stock, so nothing is available. Lot size is 700, 700, 500 plus, and 500. 700 means you have to buy multiples of 700. So if you need 10, you have to buy 700. You need 720, you have to buy 1,400, 2 lots. Remember, we did this kind of thing in class when I told you, you were buying cupcakes and you were going to have a party, and you went to the store and you found out it comes in packs of 12, and you were going to have 19 people over. You wanted to have 1 cupcake at the party for every friend of yours, and you went to Martin's and they said, it looks like it comes in pack of 12, so you have to buy 2 packs. Okay, that kind of thing. All right. 500 plus means you need to buy at least 500. Beyond that, you can buy in whatever quantities you need. If you need 501, you can order 501. If you need 550, buy 550. If you need 400, you must buy 500. And then 500 is same thing that I explained earlier. It is like multiple of 500. So if you need 510, you have to buy 1,000. And remember, there was another thing that we discussed in class, which was LFL. Not in this problem, we don't have LFL, which stands for lot for lot. So lot for lot simply means whatever quantity you need, you can order that much. Okay. Given all this information, you should tell me that there is a problem with this diagram. Now, some of you don't have access to your notes. You may not recognize it. Anyone recognizes there's a problem with this diagram? Anyone remembers that from class? If you have access to your notes, you can see it right away. Okay. All right. Jenna, you know the answer? Anyone knows the answer? Oh, this is old. Again, I'm not seeing anyone. Nobody is going to get 2 points participation bonus today. Okay, all right, that's your choice. The problem is, in that class I showed you, and in the notes you will see in the handout, that D, in this example, no item can belong to multiple levels. This is level 0. End item is always known as level 0. This is level 1. This is level 2. Especially when you're doing this kind of problem by hand, this is very critical. Computer can handle so differently, but no item can belong to multiple levels. So in this example, you see that D is at level 1, and D is also at level 2. So you will have to make adjustment to your diagram, and that's very simple in this example. All you do is you just bring D down and say 1D. What does it really do? Well, it's, still you need 1D for each A, you need 2D for each C, and so on. All it tells you is that you'll take care of level 0 first, then you will take care of B and C, and then finally you will do level 2, which is D. And when you do D, you have to remember that you need 1D for each A and 2 Ds for each C. That's all. That's all it simply means. Okay. So let's start doing this problem. And this is A. I'm going to just, see and make it a little smaller. This is B. This is C. And this is D. Okay. Now, we all begin with the MPS, Master Production Schedule. That's the heart of MRP. That drives the whole thing. Let's see, what does it say? MPS, you need 1,700 in week 5. This is the end item. You need 1,700 of that in week 5. 800 in week 6, and 1,400 in week 7. All right. Is there any scheduled receipt? You're not told that there's any scheduled receipt in this example. That means nothing that was ordered before this planning horizon, which is on its way. So, life is good. You don't have any scheduled receipt. Now, what is available? For A, you have 800 available at this point. Okay. Since you don't have any need for 800, it will be carried over until you have first need. And the first need occurs in week 5. Okay. So your net requirement will be 1,700 minus 8, which is 900. Okay. What is the lot size? Oh, lot size is 700. So even though you need only 900, you will have to order 2 lots. I'm sorry, my camera, this one is looking, I'm looking at the wrong side. Okay, here's the camera. So even though you need only 900, but this comes in lot size of 700, that means you must order in multiples of 700. That means you have to order 2 lots, 1,400. Are you all okay with that concept? This is, make sure you understand, which means you needed 900, you got 500 extra, which will be carried over until, in the next period anyway. So to receive 1,400 at this point in time, when should you tell your assembly people to start assembling? Well, the lead time is 1 week, and you should tell them at this point in time, hey, start making 1,400 units at this point. So we have to do all level 0 first, then we'll do level 1, level 2, and so on. All right. So let's finish level 1 completely. You have 500, which is carried over from the past. You needed 800, so you need 300 more. And unfortunately, it is in lot size of 700. So you will have to plan to receive 1 lot, 700, and you should tell them, hey, when you set up your production, make 1 more lot, 700. You got 400 extra, which will be carried over to next period. And now the net requirement is going to be 1,400 minus 400. 400 is carried over from the past. 1,000 is what your net requirement is. And again, you should plan to receive 1,400 because 400, 700 is lot size. And 1,400. Okay. You will have 400 more carried over, but it's okay. We know that. All right. So we are done with part 1. Basically, it tells you in week 4, you will tell guys on the assembly line or your production facility, hey, week 4, start assembling 1,400 A's. Week 5, you'll tell them start assembling 700 Bs, 700 As and 1400 in week 6. And they'll say, oh, sure. Make sure you give us enough raw material at the right point. So now we are done with A. We are going to move on to B. And demand for B and C, right now we'll worry about only B and C at this point, level 1. It will come from A. So you you have to give them all the material when you are telling them to start assembling, not later, not a week later. So you say, okay, if you want us to make 1400 A's, you're telling us to make 1400 A's, give us 1400 B's and 2800 C's. Because for each A, I need 1 B and 2 C. All right, same thing with this one, 700 A's, B's, and 1400 C's. 1000 B's, 2000 C's. And now you complete B's and C's fully, and then you'll worry about D. Otherwise, you'll be very confused. If you want to do D here and then you have to do D later on, creates confusion. Okay. So is no scheduled receipt. How much is available? If you look at this diagram, you know, we are talking about B. B, you have 100 available. So 100 is available. It will be carried over until you have first need, which occurs at this point. And you say, okay, net requirement is 1300. Lot size happens to be again the same 1700. So 1400. Lead time for this one is 2 weeks. So that means you must order 2 weeks in advance. Lead time is 2 weeks. Okay. You got 100 extra again that will be available next time. So your net requirement will be 600. And you must plan to receive 700. And you must order 700 at this point in time, 2 weeks in advance. Okay. 100 is still carried over. You need 900 now. And you will order 1400 at this point in time, 2 weeks in advance. You got 500 extra. Okay. I'm sorry, it should be in future available column. Okay. All right, let's do C. And before we do C, let's see what is this 500 plus lot size. And lead time is 1 week. You write nicely. Lead time was 1 week. You need that information. All right. So here, scheduled receipt is nothing. And you have 500 quantities sitting with you. 700 on hand, 200 is safety stock out of that. So 500 is available. Okay. And it is going to be carried over until your first need, which occurs at this point. And you need 2,300 more now because you were going to need a 2,800 to make 1,400 units of A. 500 is available. 2,300. Lot size is 500 plus, which means more than 500. You can order whatever quantity you want. So that is 2,300. And lead time is 1 week. So you will place an order for 2,300 here at this point in time. And you have nothing carry over this time because you needed 2,300. You are planning to receive 2,300. Okay. So your net requirement will be 1,400. And you can plan to receive 1,400 because lot size is 500 plus, as same as LFL. So 1,400. You have nothing carried over. Your net requirement is 2,000. Lot size is 500 plus. That means you can plan to receive 5 out of it. 2,000. All right. Now begins the fun part. Okay. let's see if I can draw this diagram. Oops, what happened here? MRP, excuse me. What happened, we had A, 1B, 2C, 1D, and each C is made up of 2D. Okay. So you're done with level 0, you're done with level 1, now you're doing level 2. This is level 2. All right. Let's write down any other information that we need. Lead time is 2 weeks and nothing is available, and lot size is 500. Okay. So lot size 500, lead time is 1 week. Correct? And nothing is available at this point. All right. Now demand for D, this is where you have to be careful. Demand for D is coming from two different parts, two different things. It's coming from the end item A, you need 1D for each A and 2D for each C. So have you placed any order for A here? No. Okay, have you placed any order for C here? No. So your number is going to be 0 times 1. Your number is going to be 0 times 1, 0 times 1 plus 0 times 2. Okay. Do you have any order here? No. Do you have anything here? No. 0 times 1 plus 0 times 2, nothing. Okay, no requirement. So both of them are nothing. All right. Do you have anything here in this order? No. So 0 times 1 plus 2300 times 2. So demand for D at this point is, I'm going to write it down somewhere for you so you can just see it. 0 times 1, you need 1 for each A and 2 for each C. So 0 times 1 plus 2300 times 2. And that will be 4600. Okay. All right. Next, 1400 times 1. You need 1D for each A and plus 1400 times 2. You need 2Ds for each C. So 1400 times 1 plus 1400 times 2, and that will give you 4200. Okay, make sure you understand this part, 4200, okay? Next one is 700 times 1 plus 2000. Oh, did I make a mistake somewhere? What is the lot size for C? C is 500. No, it's okay. 1C, B and C. 1400. Yeah, I have a tiny mistake here, guys. Sorry. The mistake is it should be I wrote down 1400, but I'm reading this here as 1000. That's my mistake. It should be 1400. Okay. Oh man, bad. Okay, 1300. It's too cramped to write here. Okay, and then you will have 100 over here. Sorry, that correction. And therefore, this number is not 2000, but this number should be 2800. 2 times 1400. Just too small for me to write. That's caused a problem. So this number is 2800. Net requirement is 2800. And this requirement is 2800. And this order is 2800. Okay. So now demand for C in this week is going to be 700 times 1 plus 2800 times 2. And that will be 6300. Okay. And then in this week, 1400 times 1. 1400 times 1 plus no C has been released, so just 1400. And that's it. Okay, once you have this, the rest is easy. You know, the way you handled it by adding A and D demand correctly. All right, there's no scheduled receipt, there's nothing available. So net requirement is going to be 4,600. And this lot size is 500. That means you must order 5,000 2 weeks in advance, 5,000. Okay, you got 400 extra. And this one was 4,200. So you need 3,800. 3,800, you have to buy in multiples of, so it will be 4,000 you need to buy. And I'm off a little bit. I'm off, excuse me. I put this 400 in the wrong place. Let me, 400 is left over. You need 3,800. You need a little bigger boxes. Let's see if I can write better. Okay. 3,800. And then you must, wrong place. 4,200 is required. 400 is carried over from past. You need 3,800. Lot size is 500. That means you must buy 8 boxes of 500. That would be 4,000. And order 4,000 at this point in time, 2 weeks in advance. So you still got 200 extra. So that goes here. You now need 6,100. And unfortunately, you will have to buy 6,500, 500 lots. Order 6,500. And you got 400 extra, which is available here. You need 1,000. 1,400 minus 400 will give you 1,000 is your net requirement. And you can buy 1,000 lots of 500. So that's good. And place the order of 1,000. So that's your MRP plan. What does it mean? The critical output of MRP is planned order releases. And you see that I put them in red color. So in week one, you have no order to be released. Oh, yeah, you do have D. 5,000 D must be released to external supplier, or, you know, if you're making it in-house, you should say, hey, start making 5,000 units. They take 2 weeks. Week 2, 1,400 B will be released and 4,000 D will be released. In week 3, 700, 2,300 and 6,500 of B, C, and D will be released, and so on. So the numbers here, the numbers which I have kind of circled them, these are the critical numbers. These are the planned order releases. That's what MRP does. The idea is you place these orders and hopefully they will all arrive and they will help you achieve your final requirement. Okay, so that's a little bit complex MRP problem than what we did in class. Okay, do you have any questions? Okay, this is all I had planned for today. All right, so I'm going to stop recording. If you don't have any questions, I'll let you go home early, or probably you're already at home. Do you want to stop?